Hey, what's going on with it, ladies and gentlemen, ponies and gentlecolts? This is the one, the only, Criticism Guy 2009 in for 2011. Most of my subscribers and the viewers, you guys know the rest. So, basically, before I begin real quick, video is brought by Power. Always a real good ass shit right there. I actually picked it up after I got out of work, so very good shit. And, hopefully my video doesn't get flagged for this. I'm just saying, putting that shit out there. Actually got this a couple days ago. Not for porn or nothing. So it ain't porn. Just get it straight, from Sports Illustrated magazine. Real funny shit. This was actually in the Super Bowl when it happened. You should check this M&M shit out. Very funny as the girl green M&M. It was actually for the other one. I'm not sure if I should show the other side or not because my video might get flagged for porn or nothing. Something like that. Just going to show it real quick fast. Any of you guys remember that girl from the Transformers 3? Not Revenge, I think it's Revenge of the Fallen, I'm not sure about that, or the third one. First and second one had Megan Fox, the third one didn't, so basically Jason Statham's beautiful hot-ass wife. I mean, if I had a wife, any beautiful hot-ass model I could fuck, which I know will never happen, but I just fuck average bitches. I don't really fuck real, beautiful hot women like this, because unless I was a billionaire like Bill Gates, then yeah, I'd probably do that. But one out of very many people do get to do that, So check this shit out real quick. Very beautiful hot-ass woman right there, Kate Upton, Transformers chick, she is the shit, Love that actress. Very amazing, from London all the way across the pond, cool ass shit. So other than that, let's begin this top 10 best gym leaders of Pokemon. And I know I've been doing a lot of Pokemon videos lately. I usually don't do them here, but lately I've been on a roll with them, and I guess people seem to like it, I've been going past over hundreds, maybe thousands of views since I've been doing these, and usually on a Nintendo Free channel I only get maybe 200-300. I've been getting almost thousands of views on here, so very proud of myself for doing that. So thanks for all the support, thanks for all the respect I've been getting, thumbs up if you like the video, even thumbs down. I'll take a thumbs down. If you hate it or love the video, still got respect for you anyways. As long as you're going to be calling me a troll or any of these troll motherfuckers are going to be talking a lot of shit, you will be blocked. That's all I'm going to say for now. So, excuse me. So, other than that, let's begin. So, coming in at number 10, one of my very first Pokemon gym leaders at this time, back when I was like 8, 9 years old, back in elementary school. One of the hottest ones around, obviously. She was a girl. She was a Psychic-type gym leader, too. If you don't know what I'm talking about, her name was Sabrina. This chick, let me tell you right now, I know she was evil as shit because I think she ended up trying to kill her father. In the anime series, they did put a dark tone on it. I'm not going to lie, seriously. She had a lot of Psychic-type Pokemon. She had Abra, Kadabra, Alakazam, She had Jinx, and I think she had, I was going to say Haunter, but that's the one that Ash got back in the days, way before they changed his voice, way before the other 5 generations came out, which really 4 because X and Y still hasn't come out yet. So yeah, almost 5. Yeah, basically, Sabrina, I think she has a lot of hatred towards her father because I think he was never there for her, and then she pushed him out of their lives, and she used to have like a little sister, and she carries this little doll thing with her. She talks to her telepathically, and back in the days, back when I was still living with my folks, way before I moved out with my roomies and shit, basically, what happened was basically what happens is, they didn't really like me watching because it was all demonic and evil, and they were kind of like strict religion and shit like that, so I didn't really like that too much. But other than that, still kick ass anyways, She had a real cool ass Psychic-type Pokemon, and then they gave her a real huge makeover in the 1st and 2nd generations. And even like 3rd and 5th generations later on when they made her into a different sprite. I think it was 4th generation, not 5th. So they ended up giving her a whole bunch of other Psychic-type Pokemon that weren't there in the 1st generation, that they were in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, 1 through 5. 2 through 5, excuse me. Yeah, so that basically covers Sabrina, They made her sprite a lot more sexual too because she has like a little belly ring and she has these 2 big giant chain orbs or whatever on her wrist. And then what else did they give her? She doesn't have the purplish, pinkish hair no more. She has that dark black hair now. What else? They put her in heels and shit. So she almost looks like a freaking stripper porn star now on her new sprite. So I'm a little turned on by that. I know it's crazy, but fuck it. I don't care. You don't like it, you can get the fuck out of here. Other than that, that's all I got to say about her. Coming in at number 8, actually no, that was number 10. Coming in at number 9, excuse me. It's Claire. The one that was in Johto, the Johto series, The one that Ash fights with all the dragon-type Pokemon. She's obviously a dragon tamer. She's also the cousin of Lance, which is the champion of the Johto and Kanto regions, Also, one more thing I want to clarify real quick. No pun intended, Claire. She's a real little tomboy bitch. She's kind of like, you know, a little rowdy a couple times. She doesn't give a fuck what people think. She'll say what's on her mind, you know. She's a real beautiful, hot-ass woman. That's for damn sure. You know, she's a little bit older than the other two because the only ones that are in that region are Bugsy. I'm not sure if Bugsy is a boy or a girl. I've always had that question. It's kind of like in the Peanuts game with Peppermint Patty. I'm not sure if she was a boy or a girl or whatever. It's kind of the same thing going on with Bugsy. There's that one. Then we also had, what's her name? Whitney, which I was going to put on the list, but she wasn't really that hot for me, so sorry about that for all my Whitney fans out there. And then we had Jasmine, the steel-type trainer. Not trainer, gym leader, excuse me. You know, very kick-ass chick. I would have put her on the list, but she's not really a starter. She's kind of like a Fluttershy, My Little Pony version of Pokemon a little bit, on a different level, though. Basically, another thing I can say about Claire, she has the last gym leader that you face before you fight Lance and the rest of the Elite Four in a victory road, of course, you know, and before your rival. And another thing I wanted to point out is that she's a very strong-ass trainer, so if you got any ice types, dragon types, what else, maybe electric types on your team, definitely I highly suggest you use those, because use anything else, you're basically fucked. Other than that, you know, that explains Claire. And I like her real long, that beautiful, sexy blue hair. I don't know what it is about anime chicks. And they have that blue or long purple hair, so straight out turn on for the win. You got me out. What the hell is your name? Because I really want to hit that. You know they're not real, they're fake, but, you know, I still get pussy once a week, so, you know, it's no big deal. Other than that, let's keep it moving. Number 8, Roxanne from the Hoenn region. The one that had all the rock-type Pokemon like Rock did and Roark in the 4th generation, but a little bit more different. So basically Roxanne, she's supposed to be like a principal teacher or whatever from the Hoenn region. I think it was in Rustboro City, if I'm not mistaken. She was basically a real chill chick. You know, she's hot, she's beautiful, she's sexy. You know, she has a little anime, hentai kind of mini skirt thing going on there. You know, uniform. Schoolgirl uniform, excuse me. That schoolgirl uniform is boss. And then she has the little ribbons in the back of her hair. She's chill. The first 2 Pokemon you fight from her is a Geodude and Nosepass. And then in the Emerald version, when that one came out, then she ended up having a Kabutops, an Amistar, Aerodactyl, Steelix, and then I think she had a Golem after that Geodude evolved in Graveler, you know? And then I think she might have had Nosepass after that. Not Nosepass, Probopass, but that was in the 4th and 5th gen afterwards. So yeah, that explains Roxanne. I wasn't going to go too much into detail with her because there wasn't that much information that they gave us when they showed that episode back in the 3rd gen, when Ash was still with May and Brock at that time. Let's go on to the 4th generation now. Now, Volkner, that electric-type Pokemon, oh my god, let me tell you, that dude is very kick-fucking-ass, you know, that gym leader, the electric-type gym leader, excuse me, you know, he's definitely putting it down for sure. He's got his Raichu, he's got his Luxray, which is strongest out of all of them, and he's got a couple other ones. He's got Pachirisu, I think he's got, I'm not sure if he still had Electabuzz or the other one, his other evolution, Electivire or not. Very awesome fucking Pokemon, very kick-fucking-ass. I highly suggest you, you know, definitely check that one out because, you know, he's an awesome-ass trainer. I think you get to fight him in 5th generation, if I'm not mistaken. You do get to fight the champion, Cynthia, so I imagine you could probably fight him in Black and White, too, because I've never bought in that game, so I can't say for sure. I've seen a couple LPs and walkthroughs on it on YouTube, but I haven't checked it out myself yet, so I'm still unaware about that. So if anyone wants to put in the comments or message me below, we could still fight Cynthia at that one. Definitely tell me for sure, you know, or Volkner, too. You know, very badass dude. I didn't get to see him in the anime version, so I'm not sure what the difference is between his anime version and the video game version of Volkner is. I know he's best friends with that dude Flint from the Elite Four. There's a little bit of backstory to that. Other than that, that's all I really have to say about Volkner. So, okay, so coming in at number 7, we got this girl, 5th generation, Skyla. One that's all that flying-type gym leader, you know. She's a chill-ass chick. She's basically a gymnastics, you know, into gymnastics, you know. She does her little flips, and she whips her hair back and forth like fucking Will Smith's daughter back in the days, like 2-3 years ago, I think. And another thing that was funny about her in the anime series, she doesn't even fight the trainer. She just does it by strategy, and she talks to them, and that's how she beats them. Or that's how they beat her. It's kind of fucking weird. It's kind of like a Pokemon trading card game thing, but a little bit different. Basically, in the anime series, she's kind of a little bit of a selfish bitch because she kind of has all these other things to do. She's basically the fans for the people. She's for the people, by the people, you know, to the people. You know, that kind of woman, you know. And then when Ash gets all pissed off, Ashen finds like, oh, we shouldn't do that. We need to have a real battle, face-to-face, in the physical, not a trading card game thing. She's like, okay, fine, I'll do it. I got places to go, people to see, you know. She's a little preppy and sure, but she's kind of a stuck-up little bitch. But at the same time, she's cute as fuck. I've seen a lot of hentai drawings off of her on that. Very not disappointed. Definitely shout out to every person that's ever made a freaking drawing of that chick, Skylar. She is boss as hell. Literally a hot-ass chick right there. And she's a flying type gym, so obviously you're going to need rock, you're going to need ice, electric. What else are you going to need? I think that's basically it. Yeah, and for our Swana, you could use grass types too if you want. So yeah, that explains Skylar. So number 10, 9, 8, 7. Coming in at number 5 now, we got Mr. Blaine from the first generation. One of the first fire type gym leaders of the Kanto region back in the days. You know, any of you guys don't know who Blaine is, you can check on YouTube one of the first episodes, or actually the season finale episodes, because it was almost finishing when he had to fight Giovanni later on. You know, Blaine, this dude is straight out boss. You know, in the beginning of the anime series, I remember he used to have a wig, and then it got cut off in the second part when his Charizard and Magmar had to fight. You know, Ash's Charizard and his Magmar had to fight. You know, basically they give him a complete upgrade. You know, in 4th and 5th generation, he is a boss like hell. You know, his Magmar evolves into Magmotor now. I don't know if it's Magmotor or Magmatar. I don't know. I usually call it Magmatar. And he's got his old school Pokemon. Still got his Arcanine, his Ninetales, his Rapidash, you know, back in the day kind of Pokemon. His brand new ones will probably be Heatmore and, of course, Magmotor. But there's another one I'm trying to think of. Can't be Regiron because that's a, you know, legendary Pokemon. If I had to say which other one, he might have an Infernape too, I'm not sure. Yeah, but other than that, that really explains all about, what's his name? Blaine, you know, the dude with the bald head, and he's got a pimp cane for a fucking stick, you know. How pimping can you be without that shit? Because that is boss as fuck, you know. Straight out beasting on trainers, literally. And he's got a badass attitude too, you know, he's real hyper on coffee all the time, so that's a real funny little gimmick that they got going on for him, his gag reels, you know, comic relief. Character development, I love it, it's awesome. So coming in at number 4, this girl, like I said, I wasn't going to put her on the list, but I decided to do it last minute. It's Jasmine, the steel type trainer, the one that was like Fluttershy, except she's a human. Basically, she's real shy and timid. I saw her a long time ago in the anime series when her and her Ampharos got sick, like the same way it happened in the video game, it happened in the anime series. Ash felt real sorry for her, so he ended up getting that potion where he had to fight Chuck later on. But then you go back and then you fight her later on after that. And basically, they definitely did a huge upgrade on her team when they did Heart Gold, Soul Silver. You know, her Magneton's a Magnezone now because, you know, in the 4th gen, they finally gave her a new evolution. She still has her Steelix and Scizor. And what else? She has an Aggron now, which they didn't have until 3rd generation. Another one I'm trying to think, I think she had Metagross, yeah, and that one in Brozone. So she basically had a lot of Steel Psychic types, and a couple Steel Ground, Steel Bugs, and Steel Flying, too. I think she has Skarmory, too, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that basically covers Jasmine. And she's cute too. She ain't like wifey material, but more like girlfriend material. That's basically it. Coming in at number 3, oh man. This girl was literally a fucking knockout when I first saw her back in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald in the 3rd generation. Her name is Flannery. And I saw her in the anime series. She's kind of a little bit of a ditzy dumb blonde a little bit, but at the same time she's still beautiful. So I've seen a lot of the hentai shit for that, and let me tell you, that Rule 34 shit, very crazy. I probably might not ever watch that again. Maybe, maybe not. It's got that tentacle rape. I'm probably not going to watch it. But if it's just regular, I might watch it. It's only if I'm not having sex that day, like every once a week and shit, you know. I'm not saying I'm a rich billionaire and get bitches, you know. I'm not that kind of mentality. I just do it once in a while, you know. Yeah, so basically she has that long red hair and she has that black little shirt where she has that little flame symbol in the middle of it, between her huge-ass tits. Real crazy. You know, basically she has 2 Macargos, and then I think she has a Magmar at the end. So she's basically the same thing as Blaine, except as a girl. And yeah, I think she ends up having a crush on Brock or something like that in the 3rd generation, which is crazy because he's usually after Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny most of the time. So that did shock me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. And what else does she have? I think she might have had a Ninetales. I know her main signature Pokemon was Torkoal. I know that for sure. I'm not sure if you get to fight her in black and white too, so if anyone can tell me in the comment section down below, very much appreciate it. Or PM me, message me on it. So yeah, that basically explains Flannery in a nutshell. And the last 2, real chill-ass chicks was for 4th and 5th gen. At number 2. I was going to put this at number 1 as Sabrina, but at the same time, if you want to look at the list, that's why I did it right there. Guys probably can't see it, but it's a living, you know. It's this Candace, the one that's the eyesight trainer for Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum for the 4th generation. She's basically a little ditzy blonde too, you know, kind of like a cheerleader kind of thing, but real funny too, you know, very LOL-ish, you know, laughing my fucking ass off kind of thing, rolls off floor laughing kind of chick. You know, she basically, her signature move is Frost Laugh, and then she has a couple other ice types like Snow versus 2nd evolution, Obama Snow. Not Obama Snow, like the president, something else. And she has that, and then she ends up having, I think she had a Cryogonal 5th generation, I'm not sure. And what else does she have? She had a couple other ones, I can't really remember them right away. She probably had other 5th generation Pokemon like Baradic, and then she had Frost Laugh and Obama Snow, like I just said. I'm trying to remember another one that she had. She had a couple of them. She had a whole bunch. I didn't get to see her in the anime series, but I did see her in the game series, so very crazy chick. I think she had a Dewgun on a Lapras too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that basically explains Candace, you know, very awesome chick, you know. Wish I would have gotten a chance to see her in the anime series. Unfortunately, I didn't, so if they make a 6th generation, maybe they'll have her as a cameo appearance or something, I don't know. Even if it's just 5 seconds, you know, that's still good enough for me. Last but not least, number 1, which is really number 10, but I made the list a little bit different, so it is what it is. Iris, and a lot of people already know who Iris is. She's in the Black and White series with Ashen Silent, you know. She's the dragon tamer, you know, girl with a heart that speaks the heart of the dragon. It's kind of like some Yu-Gi-Oh shit, but different. Her main little Pokemon is Axie, but in the video game series it's actually Haxorus, the 3rd evolution. So they switched it down a little bit, you know. Another thing that was really funny about her is that, I don't know how it happened, but in the first one, for first Black and White, she was just a trainer. But then for all of a sudden, after 2-3 years after the game comes out in the second one, she goes from that to being the champion of Unova, and it makes me wonder. I didn't already know what happened to Aldar, but kind of made me in the beginning wonder, like, I was skeptical, what happened to Aldar? You know, did they kick him out? They did kind of the same thing that what they did in 3rd generation after Ruby and Sapphire came out. They made Wallace the champion instead of Steven. And then you get to fight Steven at level 70, 80 Pokemon. So I can imagine Alder's probably a lot more stronger in this one than he was in the 1st generation. I mean, 1st generation, the first game of Black and White for 5th gen. So yeah, that explains her. You know, she's a little bit of a wild child. You know, she walks through vines. A lot of people had a lot of controversies over Iris because they were saying she was black and like there was a lot of black stereotypical types and shit like that. I didn't really see that many stereotypes on it. You know, like the Aunt Jemima one, the one that was the 1st gym leader. I don't know what her real name was, but that's what a lot of people were calling her. No offense to black people or nothing, I'm just saying, just putting that shit out there. Yeah, basically she was a chill chick, you know, very awesome to probably hang around with if she was a real person. And another thing that was cool about her, in the champion version, they give her like this big ass princess dress instead of her little Sketcher Nike Vans shoes and sneakers that she wore. So she didn't have that big giant bow ribbon that was her hair. She just had it all like laced out instead. But yeah, that's basically it. Other than that, hopefully you like the top 10 best gym leader reviews ever. So with that said, is what it is, ain't what it ain't. See you when I see you. I'm gone. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Take care. Peace out. God bless. Have a good day. Have a good night wherever you're at on this planet. And like I always say, stay safe, take care, goodbye, and peace out. Fucking YouTube. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you next time, okay? Be safe and drive carefully. Peace and bacon grease.